Hi everyone, I'm Gemma, and as the title suggests, I've now been on Pointe for 2 years. That really doesn't seem possible. It doesn't seem that long ago since I was sitting here filming my video about getting my first pair of Pointe shoes. So at the end I thought I'd do a little montage of me dancing on Pointe so you can see how I've progressed. But honestly, this video might have gone in a very negative direction. In my last video, 18 months on Pointe, I mentioned how I'd got new shoes. I had block Amelie's, and I thought they were going quite well. They seemed quite comfortable. And I had these perfect fit Pointe inserts, which are just toe pads moulded for your feet, and they seemed to help for a while. And then all of a sudden, Pointe just got very, very, very painful, and I was completely unable to do anything. I couldn't rise on Pointe, I couldn't roll through my foot, I couldn't roll away on one leg, and just things that I'd been able to do quite easily, I just suddenly couldn't do. And so I went back to my old pair of Pointe shoes, which were block Ballet Europeans, and even though they're broken and they're far too wide and I'm sinking into them, I could do the steps. So I realised that actually for a change it was my shoes that was a problem rather than my technique. Which is a pain in the ass because I spent a lot of money on these shoes, I spent a lot of money on these inserts, but it's just not the right shoe for me, and these inserts weren't going to fix that. So it's a shame that I can't do a proper review on how the inserts worked after a long period of time, but I'm really glad I did them because they did prove to me that it is the shoe that was the problem and not me. So I went off to the shop to get refitted, and I ended up in another pair of Ballet Europeans in a narrower size, so hopefully I won't have the sinking in thing. But I was at the stage where I was like, right, this is it. This is my last pair of Pointe shoes. If this pair does not work, if this hurts and I can't do anything, that's it. I'm not doing Pointe anymore. Ballet is a hobby for me. I do ballet because it's fun, because I enjoy it. And trust me, being in pain and being frustrated that you can't do anything is not fun. So it's just like, right, you've had your shot, give it up. Try this pair out, and if it doesn't work, that's it. It's the end of the road. You can say you've tried. And thank God, these shoes are alright. I don't think they're my perfect shoe, but they are comfortable and I can do things on Pointe, and these broke in so easily. I remember my other two pairs, it was really quite uncomfortable the first few times. I don't have the bendiest or the strongest feet in the world, but these were comfortable from the get-go. And I was like, I could finally understand why people could bear being on Pointe. I was like, yeah, no, okay, I get this. I mean, it's not the most comfortable feeling in the universe, but it's alright. And all that's changed is it's a narrower width, so my foot is more supported. And then also because I've got tapered toes, the fit are stuck. I have no idea if you can see that down there. There is a bit of a lamb's wool toe pad. She just cut it out and shoved it in there. And I know it's gross, but I leave it in there. I have taken it out, and then to put it back in, I had it in the wrong position, and it took me ages to sort it out and get it comfortable again. So it's like, right, that's it. It can stay in there and rot and be gross, because my feet are comfortable when I'm on Pointe. And the weight lifted off my shoulders is incredible. I had so many negative feelings towards Pointe. I was getting really frustrated. I hated being in pain. I hated not being able to do things. I hated seeing the fact that I was actually regressing. And now my shoes don't put. I'm happy to get my Pointe shoes on, and I'm happy to practice in my own time. And honestly, in the first 3 classes that I had with these new shoes on, I got compliments from my teacher about how much my Pointe had improved. One of them was from rollerways on one leg. One of them was just for how well I was travelling on my cruise, and another one was just on a routine, which I will probably stick at the end of this video. I won't put the one I did in class, but I've refilmed the same routine, same exercise. And I was just able to do all the steps in it, which is quite amazing. So I'm just really happy with how things are going, because I was almost ready to give up. And thankfully, now I know what an actually decent pair of shoes feels like. I now know how poorly fitting my Amelie's actually were. I don't know what the hell happened, but it's just not the right shoe for me, and now I've got a shoe that works and is comfortable. I enjoy my Pointe classes, and I like practicing on my own time so I can improve faster, and I just get more comfortable, because one thing I still struggle with is confidence. There are still things that if I have not done them before, my brain will shut down and tell me I can't do it. And it wants lots of time to process it and to think and to psych myself up. And obviously when you're in the middle of doing an exercise, you don't have the time to do that. So I still get into little straps. when I can't do things. And because it's late at night when we have our pointe class, it's 9 o'clock in the evening, I'm tired and I'm generally a bit grumpy at that point anyway. And yeah, I don't like giving things a try then. If I'm not sure if I can do it, my brain just absolutely switches off and it just goes completely blank. And it's just like, no, you're not doing that on pointe. And really, it seems to be limited to stepping up on one leg. So doing things like poses, it's not interested. I'm quite happy with releves now. I mean, there's still a lot of things wrong with my pointe work. But compared to how I was a few months ago when I was frustrated and absolutely ready to throw my pointe shoes away, it's going well. So rather than rambling on, I will just do a little montage of how I've been getting on.